Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Settle on the Screen, take 2. You watched the muted one again. Yes, we know the sound issues. Thank you. We did it last time. We don't have a crew fixing us here. I am Michael Soroka, along here with Glenn Updike and Nicholas Houselander, and we are here to provide you the news about the competitive nature of high-score chasing on the Twin Galaxies scoreboard. So how you guys doing?
Good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
It's good. Right now,
good to be alive tonight.
Obviously, thank you for coming on over to
different
channel.
channel.
Robotron's going on tonight, marathon, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
We kind of thought we'd be able to commentate during our hour.
We were hoping, God, we wanted
but
to.
You know
so
what?
Bad,
I don't think we can talk about Robotron for more than 15 minutes. So
we let Mark do a solid 15.
Yeah, we'll let Mark take care of that for
15.
sure. But like I said, we're still here going to promote some new world records. We'll talk about as usual. We might make our show a little bit shorter or a little bit longer. We'll see.
We don't know. For those of you who joined us a couple weeks ago when we were on this channel, you know, it's same show, but maybe a little more free flowing.
Yep. So
if it can get more free flowing,
yeah.
I mean, yeah. But
there's no moderator watching us muting the things we say. But we've never said anything that's been muted.
No, we don't say anything.
So Glenn, it's great that you came here.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
I know the internet's not working at your house, so you drove from Wisconsin. So how was the drive?
Oh, it was terrible. All that snow that we had.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
You made it
drive.
quick though.
It wrecked your internet.
Yeah, it was amazing how fast.
So Glenn will be playing some games later.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll be streaming them in the background, of course, or somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Lots of things going on in terms of adjudicating. Now I know Nick doesn't know too much about my anger issues, but they're my personal issues, so we're really not going to talk about it.
I think I know pretty well about your anger issues.
But there's been a lot of things going on, some changes. We'll read the world records, and we can start talking. When we get to the last world record, we can discuss that, and then I'll go into my little thing that just came across my desk tonight that was literally accepted a few minutes ago before our show. It's kind of got me irked. For the future of Twin Galaxies. So thanks you for all joining us tonight. If you've got any questions or topics you want to talk about, please put them in the chat. We might be able to Skype with somebody if we feel the need to talk to you. No offense to anybody out there, but if you got subject to talk about, we'll do it for sure.
Like Gwen Stefani, we screen our phone calls.
Yeah, we screen here. We don't at Twin Galaxies Live. There is no screening. Well, there is a screening, but they don't screen until after you broke the rules. Here. We're a little more strict.
They almost they give the viewer the opportunity to fail.
Yeah,
which is nice of them, really. Because I like to screen prior.
Yeah,
big fan of screening that. But.
So let's get to it. Let's get to the meat and bones of our show.
Let's do it. This is why you joined us anyway. So
yeah,
let's talk about some records here. And oh wait,
it don't matter.
Let's let Glenn do it.
Yeah, let Glenn go first.
Yeah.
This is Andrew Mee from Ryle Dunrightshire in the UK with a Nintendo Wii game, Wii Sports Resort, Power Cruising Beach, 218.2
meters, I think.
Meters?
I think it's meters.
So.
Yeah. So that was.
He's in the UK, so it's definitely meters.
Yeah, it has to be meters.
Be.
Congratulations to him. He submits more than anybody else, so he has the most world records. Now that. I'm not going to dock his skill,
since that's exactly what you did.
Well, he submits a lot, and he sets a lot of benchmarks, which is huge for the community. But this is a great score as well. It holds up there, one of the scores on other websites as well. Yeah. But he's doing the legitimate thing and showing the world his footage instead of just taking a screenshot. I know we're just showing a screenshot, but
I was gonna say, I don't know.
You can go to the Twin Galaxies and check that out too.
Where's the footage?
Yeah, where's the footage?
We got it. It's on the website.
Okay. Settling on.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Yep. Congratulations to Michael Dietrich of Fayetteville, Arkansas, USA. Congratulations. This just came across my desk as well. Pac-Man arrangement, 92,260 points. Congratulations to him. We do have another world record. I didn't put the graphic up. It's a MAME world record, 812,000 and some change on Bosconian. 5 lives.
Your record, man.
That's beating the arcade world record as well.
Wow.
So have him come over to my house,
Yeah.
play my Bosconian machine.
You get 12 minutes.
You get 12 minutes.
Do your worst in 12 minutes.
And you're more than welcome to have the machine at that point. Oh, God,
If you can get it to work for 14 or 15
if you can get the score of 812 on my machine without it turning off, more power to you, and it's all yours.
If you can get 812 without the machine turning off, it's amazing.
But Pac-Man Arrangement, that's a good game. That's a good score. I was actually trying to beat the previous record probably about a month or two ago, and I was just barely beating it, but he crushed it by about 20,000.
Nice.
So congratulations to him.
What do we got next?
What do we got?
Wayne
Mears from Roscoe, Texas, America. Sega Genesis, Shaq Fu. NTSC, the most important part.
Okay.
Points, 294,138 for, like we said, Wayne Mears. So, this is not a game. I probably haven't played this game since I was like 14 or 13. I don't know. It's been a very long time since I played this game, but
I can't believe people are still being able to play it. Because there's a similar campaign
to get rid of them.
To get rid of them,
Wasn't Shaq doing that too?
No, it wasn't Shaq. It's just there's a website. Okay. If you guys can Google it, I'm pretty sure it's still up, or maybe Internet Archive if it's down. But people are trying to destroy as many Shaq Fu.
Make it disappear.
Because it's just such a terrible game.
It's like your campaign.
Yeah, it's like my campaign to get rid of Donkey Kong motherboards.
Yeah,
why not? Make the world a better place.
And think of how much more money Wayne Mears is his Shaq Fu cartridge.
Yeah, exactly. My destroying video games is bringing up the value of the people who still want to keep theirs. I mean,
which is awesome.
Yeah.
If you like it, great.
But congratulations to him setting the benchmark. Wayne, he's actually submitted 2 scores for this, so he's already beat his world record. And I'm assuming he's going to beat it again and again and again, which is awesome.
Yeah, no, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yep.
You're supposed to want someone to beat your record.
Yep.
This is Hector Rodriguez Arcade Hypersports points 576,480. Congratulations, Hector.
Yep, Hector's a great arcade player. He has quite a few world records. We couldn't get a picture of him, but, he's one I'd actually like to get on the show. He's one of the quiet arcade competitors that I know of. Maybe he's not that quiet. He just won't talk to me. So
I was going to say, he'll talk to everyone but you. Yeah. Or maybe me, too.
Yeah.
What do we got? What else on the docket?
Kevin Bunch from Roseville.
Whoa,
local fellow. We must have get him on the show. TurboGrafx 16 Splatterhouse.
Ooh.
Man, 719,800 points.
Damn. Wow. That is not an easy score.
And that score's been traded back and forth, and I'm assuming that it's going to be, I bet somebody in our chat's probably going to be gunning for that again.
If anybody knows him, have him call.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. No, and that's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations.
Pushing the score higher. That's the purpose of Twin Galaxies.
Definitely.
Come on. Click the button.
Come on, Microsoft.
There we go. All right. Congratulations to Jake Janes of Cedar Falls, Iowa, USA. His first record to the Twin Galaxies database. A Baseball Simulator 1000 for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Ooh,
biggest blowout, 42. It was an enjoy to watch this game. I liked the game. He won 44-2.
Nice.
So congratulations to him.
Is that just what's up with
it's just the score is weird.
Okay.
As you see the stats there, 47 at bats.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah.
So
I wasn't sure if he just did that in the first inning or something.
No. You can see the footage. It's pretty awesome. Congratulations to him and a newcomer. That's what I'm so excited about this Twin Galaxies.
First-timers are the best.
Yeah, it's new people. I want new competitors. Same with the Splatterhouse guy.
Hell yeah, dude.
This guy too. Go ahead, Nick.
Was that Joe Jakmovich from South Bend, Indiana, USA? Xbox 360 Live Arcade, Geometry Wars, awesome. Retro Evolve 2, NTSC Pacifism. I said that right. Points, 615,748,725.
Yes.
Now, was it Joe or was it his dog? I mean, because we don't know, right?
Dog doesn't have opposable
Oh,
thumbs.
that's true.
Now, if we're playing Robotron,
we decided it was you.
If it was Robotron, I could see the dog playing Robotron. But since we're playing an Xbox 360 and little
Is there any way we can get like an animal section of Twin Galaxies?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Pets. Pet world records. Yeah, just turn Twin Galaxies into Record Center. Congratulations to him. We talked about we announced this score. I don't want to say last week or the week before. I can't remember. He more than doubled the previous score we read by Craig Gallant.
Gerard's
yes, Gerard Gallant's son. From the message board, looks like Craig's gonna be gunning back for it, which is excellent. That's the whole idea of this. Which one we can go to?
Who do we got now?
I think I'm missing one.
We've talked to the next record.
Oh, I got the next one. I got to read this one.
Score, man.
Well, congratulations to Raphael Friedman of Carnford, New Jersey, USA. He has the Sega Genesis world record on NHL 94, and now he has the Super NES world record on NHL 94 with 58 biggest blowouts. Almost an identical game, but it's really not.
It's not. It's like the same game, only not as good.
My favorite part is he got a free goal. Terry Yake did an own goal on his third goal. That's actually we might see it here if we keep talking about it long enough.
He pulled a coffee.
Terry Yake just drew it right into Hubert, and it just went in. So he got a free goal there.
Nice,
so
dude.
Congratulations to him. He's also submitting.
That's awesome. That does not happen much.
He is also submitting NHL 93, which is currently in adjudication, so we're not going to announce it.
Okay.
And it's a ridiculous score. You'd like it. I know we're talking so much about this because this is me and Nick's.
It's our favorite.
Probably our favorite game. So yes, we're being a little bit more excited about it than we should. And
we did like a whole half-hour segment with Raphael about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, and you can check that out on the Settle It on the Screen YouTube channel or youtube.com/Twin Galaxies. Ironically, that's our. You can watch all these videos and get to see the interview with him. It's a really good interview, and it's a lot of fun. Yes, we were just talking tons and tons about NHL 94. Like we normally do.
It was nice. So Andrew Kardikis, we've done him already on this show. Quincy
Gardicus, actually.
Is it Gardicus? Yeah. I've announced his name before. How do I know?
Well, you were wrong last time.
Was I? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to say it differently every time. Andrew Gardicus from Quincy. What is that, Maine?
Massachusetts.
Sorry.
We don't research. We're idiots.
Maine is
Andrew Gardicus from Quincy. Here, I know. Quincy, Massachusetts, USA. Nintendo Entertainment System, Excite Bike, NTSC, Track 1 fastest time, 43 seconds, for 43.69 seconds.
Yep.
So, congratulations to Andrew again.
Yeah, so this was done a long time ago. But it was on Speed Demos Archive, which, that's the place for speed runs, but it's more than welcome to Twin Galaxies. Best thing to do is post it to many sites.
Yeah, it's old. I mean, Andrew recorded this on 3/4 inch. That's how old it is.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
For those of you who know what 3/4 inch is.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. It wasn't quite 16mm film. It was after that, but I mean, it was like 30 or 40 years ago.
And the last one for today.
What is it?
I can't click.
The best one?
Oh, this is going to be a loud one. Yeah. Sorry for you guys at home. I just went
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, go Kool-Aid. Mason Kramer of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. Atari 2600, Kool-Aid Man.
Pawtucket?
Yeah. Game 1, difficulty B, 214,800 points.
Is that a good score, Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations to him. I think he beat the world record by over 100,000 points.
Damn.
I'm not totally familiar with this one, but I'm more familiar with the Intellivision one, and the gameplay's a lot different. But still, congratulations to him. And this brings us. There's many more world records that were verified. Of course, we're only going to read so many because we might be reading a lot of double. We might be reading the same person over and over again.
Yeah, we try to get. We don't want to read.
We want a variety.
Score by the same person
every week too. We've actually there's been quite a few world records. We just don't want to be reading the same name over and over again. And we'll go back and forth. And obviously, the high-profile scores we'll read a little bit more. But everything you can see at TwinGalaxies.com. But this brings up the subject. Just some stuff to talk about today.
Because I think I had that for ColecoVision.
Yeah.
You had it for Intellivision.
This is where the what do you call it? The new Twin Galaxies
controversies, Mike?
It's not a controversy. It's just things have been decided.
Like that Prince song.
Mason played with a Sega Genesis controller, and there was a lot of well, I'm not gonna,
The
know,
only way to
it's
play
not the
Atari.
original controller, and then people argue it is the original controller, or we don't know if people used the original controller back then or not. So back in the day when
I mean,
people,
we can assume before Sega Genesis came out, people weren't using Sega Genesis controllers.
yeah, but really with Twin
Obviously,
Galaxies,
but-
majority of the adjudications were,
I know.
yeah, I know, I'm letting our fans.
No,
you know,
no,
people
no.
at
I'm just
home.
saying. I mean, prior to '89, we're not suggesting that people were like inventing their own controller.
Yeah.
And if you could, I think that's even more impressive.
Yeah.
But no, you're right.
World record.
It's true, and I mean, at the same time, I know it's an argument because it's an argument that I got into.
Mhm.
I think with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably 15, 16 years ago because I grew up with Atari, but as soon as Genesis came out and we realized you could plug the Sega controller in there,
No brainer.
it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, because the Sega Genesis controller makes the game so much. It doesn't make the game easier, but it makes the playability easier because you have so much more control over your guy.
Yeah.
And
It's just a better controller.
it's just a way better controller, as things tend to go. The video game systems improved, and if whatever.
D-pad is always superior over a joystick.
Absolutely, and I know a lot of
But-
arcade people disagree.
They're purists.
They're
yeah.
purists, and they want the joystick. I grew up with a Nintendo and an Atari, but
Mhm.
as soon as the Nintendo came out, it was like the D-pad's a no-brainer. I wanted nothing to do with the joystick anymore.
Yeah.
Even in the arcade, it was like arcades are cool, but like God, I wish I had a controller instead of this
Yeah.
friggin' joystick. But it is a tough thing because I'm really great at a number of Atari games, but I'm really only great when I'm using the Sega controller.
Yeah.
Once you give me the regular Atari controller, I'm not very good. Even if I play it a lot, I'm just not very good at it. So you're right. It brings a very strange problem. I don't know if it's a problem because his score got adjudicated. So
Well, see, I think the reason why people voted yes, it's a legit score. Even, I mean, well, yes, he proved on the score, but my thought is fairness. This is just my opinion. I don't know if this is why everybody voted or adjudicated. Everybody's vote counts for a different. I'm not getting to that tonight, but I know.
Well, that's not even for us to even
I could go on for hours about that, but the lost train of thought. But we don't know when people submitted direct capture in the past to
Yeah.
referees. Referees accepted the direct capture if they did or did not know that person was playing with
Yeah.
a Genesis controller or an Atari controller or any other 9-pin. There's other controllers out there
yeah.
with the 9-pin. There Intellivision can plug in. The Intellivision 2 controllers can plug into that as well. So
Same
I don't know
with
if that
the
would work.
ColecoVision.
I don't know if
mean,
it would.
they're
Yeah,
all the
Coleco.
same.
So that's why, in my opinion, it had to be accepted because we don't know if somebody used Sega Genesis before.
Yeah,
So-
there could be 20-plus-year-old scores
I mean,
in there that people are using
And,
Genesis.
and this is a
controllers for.
debate that could go on for days and days and days. And everybody has their personal opinion. Like we're seeing a few opinions here. And then some people, like I see here, Bailey has, and it says, I rather have the joystick. And that's the thing. Some people will play better.
And that's good. No, we've met a number of people at certain tournaments and events we've gone to that said they preferred to use the joystick, which is fine. If you prefer to use the joystick,
Well,
that's why it's there.
Some people grew up on it, like you were saying earlier.
Absolutely.
You grew up on the D-pad. That's just what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And you would never, Glenn, use a Sega Genesis
Oh,
controller
not
because
at
you would
all.
never
Not
touch
at all.
one. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not
so-
at all.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Genesis is terrible, right?
Yeah, it's such a
You shouldn't
horrible
even be
system.
over here in my house with all the Sega Genesis
Oh,
around
yeah.
here.
No Nintendo allowed.
Got
So-
these little booties on. I'm making sure I don't touch anything.
That's right.
Yeah, he's wearing rubber gloves and everything. He
So
doesn't want to
that's,
get
I
infected.
guess that's some progress or something that's been sort of decided.
I like it.
In terms of a community.
Yeah.
I always do this on everything, but
Honestly, you know what it
you
does?
don't believe in the community.
I do.
You
Well,
better.
then you
you
wouldn't be
better.
going-
We don't exist without you guys.
Yeah, nobody exists. So it's a little
It gives
different.
me hope, honestly, because there's some scores that I genuinely think I could compete on if I could use the Genesis controller.
Yeah,
And so this actually gives me hope.
it gives you a hope.
It
for a
really
chance.
does, yeah.
Nick
man.
might submit a score one day, everybody.
I need to find all that stuff. I have no idea where any of it is, so I gotta find it all. But I used to be really good, like at bump and jump. I was awesome at bump and jump.
Oh yeah.
God, I was good at that game.
We played that for hours. And of course, what we're using
Genesis. So we only use the Genesis controller until we started doing things ourselves, and then decided to make it legit. And it was like, oh man! And then I sucked. To this day, I still do.
Yep.
That
so
controller's awful. And I'm confident that if they were given the idea of the D-pad back in '79 or '80, I think people would have taken it.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden in 1980 Atari came out with a D-pad controller, I think everyone would have been like, "Oh, this is way better."
Well, they did. The Atari 7800.
Yeah, I mean, but that wasn't until what, 86? That wasn't until after Nintendo.
Well, after Nintendo, yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's true. So,
I mean, Nintendo, the NES in '84 or in '85, they had a D-pad controller for a reason.
Yeah.
They could have put a little stick at the end of the D-pad. I mean, because technically it is the same thing. It's just better version.
Yeah.
My opinion, better version. I
Better
know,
version.
obviously, some people disagree, but whatever.
Well, that's why the Xbox controller has both.
No, exactly. No, you know, and that's true, and that's why the Nintendo 64 controller, when it first came out, a lot of people were like, "What the heck's that thing?" It's like, well, it's just putting in the old Atari stick.
Yeah.
There, so, but yeah, and that's stuck. I mean, it's been like that ever since '96.
Thank God they did.
So. No, it's cool. It was the best of both worlds, really. They went, oh wait, we could just have
first-person shooters made controlling first-person shooters a whole lot easier.
Oh my God, absolutely. So yeah. But, no,
and racing games and everything.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
made
of
life.
things.
Yeah,
life in general.
It's weird that our controllers nowadays look like this. Then
it's a hybrid.
Well, they still make these controllers, of course, but so that's cool. Well, we'll get back to a little Twin Galaxies news. Another thing that kind of upset me about you people voting, but that's just me. You can turn off. That's why I'm waiting for the end of the show. Okay. The only thing we got, we're gonna just talk a little video game news, just for a little filler here. And of course, Glenn will be happy about this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just saw this come across the news feed shortly. Sega has laid off 300 people, developers at Sega USA. Goodbye to console gaming, really, for Sega. There might be some downloadable games, but it looks like it's a mobile-only company. So for us, people who want this, I know Sega's really not the company it once was, or is it the same makeup of people? No, but we just wanted the name to live on, and now it's it's closer for.
It's closer to be diminishing.
Yes, and you're so excited.
Yes, this is great.
Yeah,
this is great.
Yep.
I'm telling everybody not to download anything.
Yeah, and then before you know it, Sega will be on your precious Nintendo. Sonic will be. Well, they are on the same system.
They have been since the game.
The rivalry will be gone. When is TurboGrafx coming back?
I don't know, man. When's the NEC going to come out with the new system? Good call.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been like 20 plus years.
Philips needs to come out with the new system.
Oh yeah, the CDI was a pretty huge success.
Yeah.
I mean, it was massive.
Oh, one of our champions, Echo Pinball, 0 chance now. Well, I didn't even think about that, man.
Hey, whenever people put Ed Annunziata down, he surprises everybody.
He comes back stronger and bigger than ever.
Because how do you know he's not coming out with the Echo video game system?
Yep.
How many times has Nintendo said their next system codename
the Dolphin?
Dolphin? What could that be code for?
I don't know.
The third generation Wii, just called the Wii D, and it's just all Echo games.
And it's just a dolphin.
It's just a dolphin.
It's a dolphin.
Kind of
it's blue.
Marketing. Weed.
Yeah, maybe not the. Yeah. They might go against that, or the Wii E.
Yeah.
Instead of the Wii U, because then it's the Wii Echo.
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah, that
makes a lot more sense.
Way more sense.
So that was pretty cool. Well,
that killed some time.
That killed some time this week. And the best part is we don't have to stay on for the whole hour, so you guys get back to watching some Robotron.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else, Nick? Glenn?
Not really.
Not really? Oh, okay. Short week this week.
Yeah.
I guess we could just.
What have you been playing?
What have I been playing?
Yeah, I mean, last week you actually beat the. It got beat event. It did get beat. Anyway, you were playing Galaga, right?
Yeah, Galaga 88 on
Galaga
Namco.
88. Yeah. And after the show last week, Mike actually recorded a new record, which soon thereafter got beat. But so I think that's probably a name that you may be going after too. You figured some stuff out last week playing Galaga 88.
Yep. And
Great game, by the way.
and
too.
what's
Really,
cool-
I think it's a lot more fun than the original.
And we talked about this weeks before about dilution of records.
Yeah.
But guess what? By us playing this Namco Museum Xbox version, one of the world record holders we announced today, Michael Dietrich, I mean,
Yeah.
he's getting into it and he's submitting scores. And guess what that's going to do? He beats my scores and makes me want to play the game again and enjoy the game again. So I think on some levels that some games, some of those, Namco,
Yeah.
Sega, Sega has a bunch of those games too, where Sega's on PlayStation 3, Xbox, Wii, and all these, Activision, all these re-releases. There is a purpose to them, but there needs to be some type of limit. But like I said, this is a prime example. I'm going to go back and forth playing it. And we get to play some of these old games too, because I'm not the computer guy. I still can't figure MAME out for the life of me.
What do you mean you can't figure it out?
I can't figure out how to install it properly.
Oh, is it because you're trying to install it on a Mac?
Well, yeah, and that's, but I don't know.
Wait a second.
What's going on
What's
here?
going on here?
Glenn, why are you
Why are you
playing
playing Sega?
You're playing
I
Sonic,
play-
even worse. It's not even
no,
Shining Force.
No,
'Cause I know you'll play
this
Shining
isn't
Force.
A Sega game.
Yes, it is, Glenn.
This is very
this
much
not
a Sega game.
Yeah.
Well, who started playing this? You guys just handed me a controller.
Wait a
Normally,
second.
you would notice.
The Glenn I know wouldn't be playing a Sega.
You're not Glenn, are you?
Wait a second.
You look like him, though.
You're not Glenn?
You don't sound like
You guys
him
have a
either.
good night?
Oh, man.
Man.
We got duped again.
Yeah, see, we never met.
Duped? That
That doesn't
sounds
make any sense.
Duped.
This is our buddy
Yeah,
Steve.
this is-
He kind of
this
came
is
in to
not
fill
Glenn.
in. He was going to come see us anyways, but Glenn couldn't make it tonight. Problems with the internet. So I know you're like, you guys, where's the hell's Glenn? Where's the guy with the complete common sense about this show? Yeah, he's unfortunately couldn't make it this week, so it's some technical difficulties.
You can see the difference in the show when Glenn's not on.
Oh, yeah.
Because Glenn stops us, luckily, from going off into stupid tangents.
Oh, yeah.
Like we've done.
Oh, yeah. We already
episode.
talked about, because he would have stopped us on the Dreamcast.
Oh my
already.
god! Immediately. So yeah, we miss you. We miss you, buddy. But thank you very much, Steve, for coming on.
Not a
obviously,
problem. Not a problem.
We like having new blood on this show.
Yep.
Just
All the way
as
from
you know,
Saginaw.
yeah, all the way from not close, not quite as far as Wisconsin.
No.
But Saginaw is not exactly close to where we are now. I
So-
wouldn't call it close.
About
So-
a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
So actually, there is a new world record on Sonic and Knuckles, I believe. Don't
Really?
quote me, for Mr. Charles East. That was approved last week or this week. I can't. And there's so many world records I can't remember them. So are you trying to break it right now?
No, sir.
Yeah,
no.
obviously
I'm
you're-
playing for.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
playing for pleasure.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
wait, people do that still?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
weird.
Although, speaking of games that I do play, I do play the Batman.
The
newer-
Arkham
yeah,
Asylum
the Arkham
games?
Asylum games. You guys get into those?
I have played them a couple times. A nephew of mine loves them, so
Yeah.
I've more watched him play it, but they're very cool. Yeah, he has Asylum and is it Arkham City?
Yep.
I thought
the
Arkham
Origins too. Now.
Or what's the newest one?
Origins.
Origins, that was the one.
Okay.
That one was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like that. No, I actually thought that was the coolest one so far.
Actually, I think I like City better just because of Mark Hamill.
Oh, okay. That's the only one I haven't seen.
Yeah, Mark Hamill is in City. He's doing the voice of
Joker?
but
That's awesome.
in the later one now.
That's so cool. I saw a live thing with Mark Hamill once, and he
Oh
did,
yeah, just doing the
and
voice.
he did the voice of the
he's
Joker.
pulling
And
at his
it
hair
was so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was great. But normally you'd think, and it was mainly about Star Wars, but I think that was the most exciting part when he did the Joker voice, and he did the episode where he thinks Batman's dead. And he did the whole eulogy that Joker did for
Oh,
Batman.
yeah.
He did it off the top of his head first
Yeah.
of all, which is kind of amazing. But oh man, it was
Genius
so-
of Mark Hamill.
Oh, he's the dude's awesome. You can't ask for a cooler, fan type of a guy. He's so into it, which is really fun. But those are great games. Those are really
yeah,
cool games.
really
Have you
cool.
beaten
Yeah.
them all? Or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing that I really hated about the newest one was in what was it? City. You had to collect Riddler trophies, which was a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
But in Origins, then you had to collect. It was something else. I can't think of what it was right now. But at the very end, you never get to see the Riddler. Never at all.
Really?
Never at all in that one. You never get to see them. There's no battle at all. And you're like, okay, well, maybe if I collect
weird.
everything and I do everything, you know, I'll get 100% of everything you need to do. And maybe, you know, there'll be like a conclusion to this. No. A door opens up and there's a Riddler trophy. I almost threw the goddamn controller. I was like, hey, what the hell?
That's really weird.
It
Oh,
was
that's the way
dumb.
it pisses you off more. Oh, you did that again, but that's fine.
I
There was another score too. It reminded me here in the chat. Sonic and Knuckles on GameCube Mega Collection. Basically, Sonic and Knuckles been playing it on the GameCube, like we were just talking about. Collections. There was a new world record by I believe Matthew Felix. 2,120,820 points. I don't know how you get that many points in the Sonic game, but I guess I'll have to go watch your video. Congratulations to you. I did see that one as well. On the board. I just haven't watched it. Ooh, I need to dust off my Sonic Spinball. Bring it.
Oh, really?
I'm not number one anymore. Somebody else is number one, but.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, Sonic Spinball is the great speed. It's great for speed run and it's great for points because it's kind of you can play that one both ways.
What's better, Crew Ball or Sonic Spinball?
Crew Ball.
The Motley Crue pinball game for Genesis.
Sonic Spinball.
Crew one?
Oh, it was fantastic. I used to play that game like crazy.
Was it just pinball though?
Yeah, it was just pinball.
Oh, but it wasn't you as a ball. You weren't one of the band members of Motley Crue.
No.
Getting bounced
it
around.
just basically it was a pinball game and they played Motley Crue music during it. On a
Sega Genesis.
It was MIDI Motley Crue.
Yeah. Still. Is there Kickstart My Heart in there?
Yeah, it was like all the stuff.
Oh, okay.
It was obviously an early video game tie-in, so which is very funny. It came out in like '93. It's like Motley Crue wasn't even popular anymore when it came out, but it was still.
Well, that was an attempt to keep them popular.
Absolutely. I don't know. I was 12 and I thought it was great, but I haven't played it in well over 20 years, so I don't know if it's any good.
No.
I think I actually did like that one better than Sonic Spinball, only because it was more of just a pinball game.
No.
And Sonic Spinball there's like a little bit more to it than that. I think.
No.
But yeah, I don't know how many people have actually
Played it. I wonder if there's a world record for it. We gotta check that out. Maybe you should go for that world record.
Yeah,
Nick.
dude. Ed owns it. Our buddy Ed, who, if you've watched
the Paris Hilton, Paris Hilton of video
games,
gaming. Yep.
Yeah, he owned a lot of games like that. Probably because they were on clearance at the video game store back then because no one was buying them.
They're probably rare.
It might be rare, I'm sure. Well, I think he probably still owns it. I don't know. I have no clue. It's been 20 years since I've seen it. But
I can't remember where does this thing open up.
Yeah, we got somebody watching who's perfected this game. He's probably going crazy right now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You're supposed to be hanging out down there.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
Here's a question. What are your guys' thoughts on glitches in speedruns?
And is it kind of suspect cheating?
Well, see, this is where I think this is why I think Twin Galaxies should leave it alone. I really think. I mean, we've talked about this on the show before, but
You mean just
let Speed Demos Archives take care of it because the way they do it both ways. They have glitch lists where you can't use glitches that are in the game that lets you advance quicker than what the game was intended to. Glitch is a mistake. You know? And then
mistake in the code.
And then they also do glitch runs where the object is to exploit the game as much as possible. And I find merit in both of them because the glitch run is two things. It's creativity on the first person who finds these glitches, but then you got to add the skill in to completing those glitches in the right spots because sometimes some glitches are really hard. Like the glitch in Sonic 2 is really easy.
What is the glitch in Sonic 2?
Well, there's actually a few, but like in the first actually Sonic 1, in Green Hill Zone 2, you can just you hit a certain spot and you fly to the end of the level with like in less than, it takes you 13 seconds to be. That would be a glitch.
Is it technically a glitch though?
Yes. I mean, it wasn't designed. Sonic can't. I mean, you just literally fly through the level.
Yeah.
It goes through the background.
It's not like using a P-Wing in Mario Brothers 3 just to get away from it.
Yeah. There's a definite wall that you can't cross if you're
Okay.
normally going through the game, but
Alright.
if you hit this magic spot, it throws you behind everything, and then you just hit the flag and it's over with. So that would be considered a glitch run.
Okay.
So I think both of them have merit, but in terms of Twin Galaxies tracking them, I mean, they should, in my opinion, they shouldn't even waste their time with the glitch runs, just because, you know, Twin Galaxies was always about player achievement and skill, and somebody's already doing that way better. I'm sorry. I mean, Twin Galaxies dropped the ball, you know, 7-8 years ago. Somebody else had a better idea, type of thing. Now, maybe speed runs on some arcade games I'm cool for. And then you can do both, because it seems like nobody else is really holding that thing. But there's not many arcade games that have speed run. I mean, I like to talk about Donkey Kong. You know, I think speed run Donkey Kong's way better than Donkey Kong Points, but
Oh,
that's
it's
just my
fantastic.
opinion.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. What about if the rules don't specify?
No?
Well, see, this comes back to one of my arguments, submission-wise. I mean, whatever rules...
Oh, that was
that's
hated
kind
it.
of sucked,
I
dude.
hated that one. That's the worst one.
Whatever rules are stated in the Twin Galaxies database is what the rules anybody should follow. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I'm in the wrong lately on the forums because
Yeah, what the heck,
I lost credibility this week.
Did you really?
Yep. Because I voted.
It's you, Mike.
Because I voted on a submission that I followed the rules.
Yeah.
Or the person followed the rules that were stated in the official Twin Galaxies rules, but people thought that those rules were breaking the spirit of the game, which, you know what, I could kind of agree with. But for that time being, and the reason we were voting,
Yeah.
we were voting on, is this submission valid?
Mhm.
And there's arguments over, you know, well, it's a broken track. Well, who determines a broken track? We're not voting on if it's a broken track. We're going to just going back and forth and forth. So when you're asking that question of, you know, what if the rules don't specify? With our community right now, I don't know what the rules are. Because if people are going to downvote submissions and say, well, this should be the rule, so, and these rules are better, but Twin Galaxies hasn't recognized the rules we think should be made, then I don't know what the rules are. You know, I don't know what's considered a glitch and what's not then at that point, because we need a commissioner. Twin Galaxies needs a freaking commissioner to make these decisions. Everybody else can referee, right? I mean, there's rules in football,
I know that.
right? And referees do get it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
call it up.
which is fine, but there's at least a stated rule.
No, I know.
But I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think this is obviously where me and you differ. You know, I'm not a fan of there being like a set sort of rule thing. I like the idea that, and we're still in this stage right now.
Yeah, it's still a beta stage, in my opinion,
stage.
too. I mean,
And
nothing's perfect.
Ask Chase. I mean, that he's saying that. That's what we're in right now. The community itself is setting the rules.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now. So, I mean, that's what I like about it, is if there was, and I think that was always kind of the problem before, and it wasn't always just one person, it was always the people versus the referees.
Yep.
Well, if you don't like what the refs are doing now, that means you don't agree with the community, which maybe is obviously it's its own set of problems in itself, but at the same time, the community is establishing the rules right now, and I personally like that. I know you're not as big of a fan of it, but I like that idea because it gives the power to the people.
Yeah.
It gives everyone else the power.
The part that I don't like about it is we aren't setting the rules officially. People are downvoting things because they want to change the rules, but that's unfair to the gamer who already submitted to the existing rules, and well, now their score and now their score has been rejected. So now they're in a tough spot where they're like, well, what's the rules then? Is it the rules that this guy suggested? Is it the rules that this guy suggested? There's nothing official, which obviously in time will need to be fixed, but I don't know.
That's what I mean by the community will referee itself. sure, there's going to be some growing pains at the beginning, but
Mhm.
a year from now, what are the rules? What are the rules? We'll know the rules because you guys are setting them right now. So just wait.
Yeah.
Keep up with it. Keep adjudicating. Keep putting scores in. And if your score didn't go this time, well, do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe try to find a way. Look at other people's scores and say, well, what did he do? What did she do? Oh, this is what he did, or this is what she did.
Yeah.
So you just got to be patient with it.
Yeah,
it's coming.
I'm trying to
it's
be.
Coming,
I'm
man.
trying to be,
No,
but
the
it,
scoreboard's
but-
been open for less than a month already.
Yeah.
So.
But I wish we wouldn't reject people's scores until we have the ability to officially change the rules. Because the thing is if we allow somebody to do something different, and then we accept it based on a new set of rules, but then they're never officially changed. 5 years from now, somebody come back and play it the old way, and totally defeat that person's score. That's my only fear, is that somebody in the future.
I'm done.
Somebody, yeah, obviously, Glenn,
Yeah.
you're so good at Sega.
It's going.
That's all. I mean,
I know. I understand what you're saying, and
Yeah.
I fully expect people to disagree with me, and I disagree with you. But it's early stages, people. You got to just wait, and we'll see what the rules are.
yeah,
And I mean, and overall, if a year from now there's a massive movement where some rules have been set and a large majority of people disagree with them, well, then we'll deal with it then.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I guess
I don't know what.
I guess
we'll do
that's
then, but-
I guess that's the point where I'm at right now, is what's going to happen in the future, because I just like I was talking, I was going to wait till the end of the show to talk about this, but
We're
obviously
at the end
it's
of
a
the
good
show, so, yeah.
segue where we come across this boot up sequence for multiple systems.
Yeah.
Now we've had one on each side.
Yes.
We've had a rejected score that we've had two that I know of. Maybe there's more and I don't know about this. So please, if you're in the chat, please correct me or let me know about any more submissions that have gone through, rejected or accepted, with no boot up sequence on these machines. And this is where the community can hang itself, in my opinion. Like Nick said this a long time, we wouldn't say it on air, but I think Jace Hall has given the community enough rope to hang ourselves if we want to.
Yep.
And this is where I think
Which
we're
is
headed.
Great.
Well, that is cool too.
No, I don't
Yeah.
mean it to be a dick. I mean that obviously, this has always been the problem with
Mm-hmm.
the community and the old site, was that there was such huge arguments about this,
Yep.
and this is one of the reasons why so many people left and
Yep.
are still gone. But Jace gave the power to us,
Yeah.
so if we screw it up this time, it's our fault.
Yeah.
So that's why I guess if when all's said and done and the rules are set and it's garbage, well,
We
is
made
it
it
really
garbage.
garbage? We made it garbage.
Yeah.
So it's
And
no one else's fault but our own.
And I'm afraid of that because of the continuity of these two scores. We talked about it. Maybe we talked about it. I can't remember. But if you're on the forums, there was a score, a Commodore 64 score, that was rejected. And most people, a lot of people commented they rejected it because it didn't have a boot up system.
Yes.
Now, today, one is passed, an NES record is passed, and is considered accepted without any boot up evidence.
Yes.
So we got one, people downvoted it for not showing the boot up, and now we have one where people upvoted that, oh, we didn't see the boot up, but it's still good. That's terrible. Like, you pick one or the other, because that gets rid of all the continuity. I mean, I'm for the boot up because I'm just using my personal opinion. The person's recording started at the game screen, so there's no snow, there's no little flash of, there's nobody showing them turning on the system and it turns on the camera. It's just at the start screen where you choose one or two players in game A or game B.
Yeah.
So now, did this person cheat? I don't think so by looking at the gameplay, but by doing this, we're kind of setting a standard that both can be accepted, which I think screws up continuity. You screw up continuity, you screw up credibility. And that's where I think we'll hang ourselves.
No, and I agree.
Pick one or the other. Because, I mean, like I said, my whole thing is, this could have been used. Could have been. Was it? Probably not.
It doesn't
But
look
I
like it.
can't prove that it wasn't. I didn't have enough evidence there to say. That's why I didn't vote on it, because I'm sick of losing credibility over, because I guess I'm not a credible person anymore. But I'm just trying to be when I try to adjudicate, I'm trying to be logical and fair to everyone and people in the future who come by. But that's just,
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, you first of all, you can't take it personally.
Yeah, I know.
You cannot take it personally. There's no point of getting mad at this stuff. And second of all, it's 2 scorers. They both went one way. 3 months from now, the one without the boot up screen could be the only one. And there could be 87 others that got rejected because they didn't show the boot up screen. Now, was there an early thing where this score got... Yeah, well, stuff like that happens. At the same time, we could go 3 months from now and it's still the same thing. There's 80 without a boot up screen that got rejected, and there's 80 that don't have a boot up screen that did get accepted. So, I don't know. I still think it's way too early. I'm not saying we shouldn't talk about it, because we should definitely talk about it, but I think it's too early to just get mad about this stuff and talk about how the system's screwed up, because it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Round and round and round.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, right now, I've said it 20 times. I'm not going to say it again, but it's early. It's only January 30th.
Yeah. And maybe this is just a little growing pains, and hopefully...
Which is, there's going to be.
There's gonna be growing pains. I guess I really don't want to influence the community based on our show here, but I kind of want to get to a point where none of this stuff is talked about, and we're just literally settling on the screen. And that's why I know
that will happen.
Yeah, and a lot of you, I thank you for your comments. Based on me and Glenn over here, how we submit scores, we do what Jace Hall said: go the extra mile. Go the extra 10 miles to completely prove your credibility and make sure nobody can question your score. Then you don't have to argue over it. Go the extra mile. Don't go back and think, oh, I have this video, let me take a picture of it. Just do it all up front. If it's that important to you and you're going to argue over it that much, then just do it right in the first place. If it's your first world record, I get it. You're not a part of us. You are a part of us, but... Yeah, I misspoke. God bless it. I knew it. I knew you guys were going to do that. But take a little more pride in show us all the evidence. Like, it takes me, for example, yes, it's a pain in the butt the way I submitted my world records. It takes too much time to set up both cameras. But if that's what you're really going for, just make it no doubt, Well,
I mean, Guinness don't change records for the rules for anybody.
Yeah. I agree. I just, and that's another thing. If you don't want to be wasting time defending your record, then
go the extra mile.
Yeah, just go the extra mile. Don't go, well, I had this and this, but whatever.
I got this extra footage. Yeah. It's you putting James Genie in.
We don't want to live in a tragic kingdom. Just make sure there's no doubt.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, do what Jace Hall said. Go through the extra steps and. Because otherwise people are going to talk. Even though if you didn't cheat it or not, people are going to assume. Give them no power to assume. Give them complete transparency.
Falsified evidence.
Yeah. Dude, this is a great speed run of Doom.
Yeah, man. You might beat it.
Yeah, right. Dude, seriously, I think the speed run with Doom is more than 3/4 over by now because he's just running through, not killing anybody.
Oh, yeah, well, it was always like the Duke Nukem, the score they told you that you were supposed to get in the time. It's like, that's impossible. Like, I'm pretty good at Duke Nukem. I'm not great, as you guys have seen, but I don't know. I never understood how you were supposed to, was it the 3D realm time or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, you'd be in a world for 27 minutes, and they'd say the time is 2 minutes 35 seconds. But how would you do that? But I guess if you play the game 30 billion times. Nice.
As soon as you guys said something, that's when it all went down.
That's normal.
Anything else, Mike?
People are like, hey, what do you guys think? Do new consoles need a boot up? Your home screen show? I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Like, this is what I just kind of said. I mean, maybe I'm reading your chat late, and you wrote that beforehand.
I think it's pretty safe to say that Mike here is in favor of showing the boot up screen.
Yep.
at all times.
Show everything. Show your controller. Show the cartridge.
Show the.
Don't
show
open the
what you're
cartridge.
drinking, show
Don't
the
open
kitchen
the.
where you're making food.
Yeah.
Show what you had for dinner that night
Yeah.
before.
Your wife.
Give us no
Yeah,
doubt.
Show your family. Show like Christmas of the year prior. You know.
Yeah.
Show everything.
Yeah.
And buy people gifts. Oh wait, no, that would be.
Buy the receipt that
Wedding
you bought the
videos.
game with.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
anything.
Nintendo to ask your parents where they got it from back
Yep.
in like '88. You
Yep.
know.
Check
Everything.
call Nintendo, make your serial number match
Is
their
it
files.
registered?
Make sure, was it registered? Was it stolen?
Oh,
Was
yeah,
it
definitely.
was it a knockoff?
Is it a
or-
legit Nintendo?
Can you get a title for a Nintendo?
A title for Nintendo would be awesome.
Oh god, imagine if we got into that. Was that a real Nintendo?
I'm a little upset we
Was it
brought that up. Who
yours?
knows?
Dude, that right there is a slippery slope. Which actually, I could use that in an argument against you if I wanted to say that. How come we have to check dip switches with arcade games? How come we don't have to check it with consoles?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that's why we need the boot. In my opinion, we need the boot up screen. So, because
Title.
I like
Nintendo.
I'm sorry, I can start my recording on the title screen and put a Game Genie code in beforehand. That's all I'm saying.
Hardwire the Game Genie in.
I don't own a Game Genie. That's your Game
That is
Genie.
my Game Genie. You're right.
Yeah, so you have to get one for the scoreboard.
I still think there should be a Game Genie section.
That would be awesome.
That'd be
The highest score.
Speed run God mode Ninja Gaiden. Because even with the God mode on, it's still not an easy game.
No. It'd be fun.
I
Is
also know
it-
this is not going to happen.
Yeah, but isn't there
Don't
some
play.
Game Genie codes that make the game harder?
Some.
Is there?
I don't know.
I think there are a couple.
Like Mario has like
Like
only
you can
one
only
leg.
do like half
Yeah.
jump and stuff.
Oh,
like
you know
that.
what? That's right. I
Yeah.
play. Yeah, 'cause- you're right. That was stupid.
Dude.
Well, still.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
no, you're right. No, I forgot about that. Yeah,
You-
it made
you know what
it
needs
seem
to
like
be-
almost
Why would you ever want to do
Let's
that?
play-
That's dumb.
Let's play another game
impossible. I
tonight.
did it though. I forgot.
Nick hasn't seen this, and this is a quick game that needs to
Doritos Crash Course.
No,
I
no,
love that
that's
game.
already on.
Oh,
You
you
know,
want to do the baby?
Baby Maker
Oh, yeah, I've never
Extreme
seen
that.
needs to be added to the Twin Galaxies database. I want all you guys on the forums to add it, just because it's such a ridiculous game.
What system is it for?
I think
For
it's
the
only.
We need to sign into
Oh
live.
God, see, oh he.
Ah.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Don't add it to the scoreboard.
Why? 'Cause
Useless.
You have to be online.
Yeah, because that means in 10 years when their system's down and we can't.
Maybe
Stupid.
someone will come. Someone, hey, out there, program a console version of Baby Maker Extreme for the Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, we got some new questions. We got a lot
Oh,
of stuff to talk about
Really?
today.
Oh man.
So go play whatever Nick wants.
You want to
No,
take
I'm,
over?
Yeah, I'm good.
See what-
Mm,
I could get down with some Minecraft.
Do it.
what are your thoughts on pirated games?
Pirated games.
Oh, like hacks of games, like they take Mario and they re-engineer it.
I like that Super
No.
Mario X.
I think if there's enough people who want to compete against it, like when this, I guess, I mean, my opinion is, if there's at least 3 people who want to compete on a score, then it's at least something worthwhile to add it to the database. For example, Baby Maker Extreme.
Yeah.
If nobody wants to compete, if it's just me that wants to compete
It's
on
kinda
it,
pointless.
then
Yeah.
it's kind of silly to add it to the scoreboard. So I kind of feel the same thing about pirated games or homebrew
Yeah,
brew games. If there's not a desire for people to play that
A
game,
following.
yeah, yeah.
Now, would
know.
you even talk about the? Remember the old Bible games we would play for the Nintendo? The Bible games.
Bible
John
Adventures?
Noah,
Yeah.
and-
I think they're in the database.
I mean,
yeah.
those weren't Nintendo games. Those were technically hacked games that were created
Yeah,
by third
and they're in the
party.
database, I believe.
Yeah, so I mean,
Wow, I haven't played this in a while.
but that
Yeah,
right
kinds
there,
of
I mean,
things.
those are in.
I believe so.
If those are in the score, I mean, those are technically those are hacked games, really.
Yeah. What about EverDrive for NES? For those who don't know, EverDrive is a cartridge.
Mhm.
You put an SD card in, and you load ROMs on the SD
yeah,
card,
Really?
and you put it in your Nintendo, and then play the game.
I've never heard of
When it comes down to that, I mean, this is just our opinions, not Twin Galaxies, because settled on the screen is for
Yes.
entertainment purposes only. They are not the view of Twin Galaxies, HD Films, Persistent Productions, or any of its affiliates.
Yes.
I gotta start saying that actually again. I should.
Well,
be.
maybe just put it beforehand.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
we don't have
if
to
we start
reiterate
streaming
it.
Nintendo games, we need to say we do have to say a disclaimer
Okay, that's
because we can stream Nintendo games now. We're
Can
approved.
we?
We're approved. Yeah.
Hell yes! Can we even play the music?
Yeah. Within the
Yes!
game, yeah.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know they're not going to let us play
Oh, yeah.
Led Zeppelin in the background or anything like that, but
That'd be great. Led Zeppelin signs with Nintendo for exclusive rights
To their
to
music.
their music on Twitch and YouTube.
so play this. Only the MIDI versions, though.
I think it's cool because as long as it's the original ROM. Now that's my only skepticism is how do we prove that ROM is the same ROM that everybody else has in a cartridge?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I need a little more information when it comes to that. Wow, this plays so much smoother than on my Mac.
I love my Mac. Remember that awesome song?
Yeah, we should play it for everybody.
That was a great song.
Oh, this plays so much better. Whoa, you in God mode or something?
Oh yeah, I'm a creative.
Oh, okay. The only way to play.
I was gonna say I've never seen this before. I mean, I've seen Minecraft, but I've never seen the.
Oh, you just have access to
floating
everything.
Version of Minecraft.
See, I try to build stuff, but I literally play the game it's super frustrating, but.
You built a baseball field.
I'm for those carts, but you got to give me some. Got to show me to the. You guys got to show me. How do we prove the
You have to
ROMs?
put it in. I mean, you have to put it. More specifics, I guess, about what you guys are relating it to.
Yeah.
There needs to be a context. around the
I'm
game,
not
I
going to read
suppose.
that comment. Well, they're having a good conversation, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's,
Cool.
Well, I think it's been a good show tonight.
No, definitely.
No, I think we're good. We got nothing to
think
talk
so.
about. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Very much for joining us
Stay
on this channel,
tuned.
too.
Subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes, Blip TV. If you want to subscribe to us here on Twitch, that'd be useful, depending if we get bumped again.
Yeah.
Yes, it's great that they're doing a 24-hour marathon, but I mean, I love being on the Twin Galaxies channel, but to be honest, it's been a little irritating. Now we got world records and things to talk about, and our show's been canceled 2 nights in a row, so that's why we're doing it here.
2 out of 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 out of 4. This is our 4th.
Is
Since
it okay?
oh no, you're right. It's only
Yeah,
yeah.
it is,
Yeah, we've only had one official show with World Records on Twin Galaxies Live. So, so make sure you guys tell everybody that you guys love the show, especially on the website. We don't want to be moving our show. We want it same time every week for everybody. But you can catch the recorded version on YouTube, in which we prefer you to watch there as well, because then you can take us with you wherever you go, and you don't have to be home on a Friday night, and you shouldn't be home on a Friday night. You should be out, doing cool stuff.
Doing cool stuff.
But
Whooping it up.
But make sure you subscribe. Like us on Facebook, Twitter,
What?
and MySpace.
Instagram.
Instagram.
obviously, Instagram.
We're not on Instagram.
We're
but
not on
we
Instagram.
could get on Instagram.
We should probably get on Instagram.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
dude.
can.
We could take just sweet selfies of
Oh,
ourselves.
actually,
God.
you know what?
We should probably
The
do
Instagram
nothing
of
but-
us would be.
we
Can you
should-
have multiple users on one Instagram account?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Or you just text me your picture and go, "Hey,
Yeah.
can you post this on Instagram?" Yeah, we just solved the mystery.
We should probably get on there.
Yeah,
what about
we should-
Pinterest? We should probably
Yeah, we should be on
post our
Pin.
show
Yeah.
on Pinterest or pin it.
What about Google Plus? We gotta get back on Google Plus. Yeah. So. So ridiculous. Yeah, let's just end the show.
Thank you guys for joining us, and hopefully next week we will be back.
If
on-
not, we'll be
Twin
on this
Galaxies.
channel
Yeah.
announcing the new world records. I don't know what we're gonna do tonight, but this channel might be live again. I might go for a world record or two, or
Cool.
maybe. So if you
No,
put an alert
no
on.
promises,
So if you
okay?
really want to listen to us or watch our gameplay tonight, put the little notify on your Twitch channel. And for my hosts, Glenn, who's not here, Nick Houselander, Stephen Goldbach, thanks for coming in
Thank you
tonight and
very
filling in.
much for joining us.
And I am Michael Soroka, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Peace. Bye-bye. Title screen. Somebody. And mute.